Hey, welcome to video 3 and the 3-step process to building your online business. Today, we're going to talk about how to take that knowledge you have and turn that into income. Now, if you've done the action steps from lesson 1 and lesson 2 or video 1 and video 2, then you'll already have set the stage for what we're going to do in this video. I'm excited for you. So how to come up with ideas for a product or how to turn your knowledge into income. The easiest thing to offer people is an ebook, but in your workbook there's a link that shows you how to create an ebook in under 10 minutes. You could literally create a product in under 10 minutes and you can offer that up on Amazon. So with what you already have, think about 2 topics that you could write an ebook on, something that you're confident about and something that you have knowledge about. That is one of today's action items. I want you to write down 2 topics that you could create an ebook on. And in your workbook, there's a space for you to write these 2 things down. Let's just say if you don't have any ideas on what you can sell. Well, you can sell your knowledge as online courses. That industry is booming. It's relatively easy to create an online course. You can do it with your phone if you don't have anything else. In the Online Biz from Scratch course, we actually cover this in specific detail about how to create that. Online courses, number one way you can do that. You can turn your knowledge into an online course, similar to how I did with these video lessons, and then you can sell it. Second thing is you can turn that into a book. So I said the easiest thing to create is an ebook. In the first video, I had you write down 4 topics related to your niche, and if you wrote those topics down, right, you can talk about those topics confidently if you have knowledge about those. Well, those 4 topics, you should create content to put on that website or that blog, right? You write those 4 articles and you turn those into an ebook. It's the easiest way to do it. You've already got the content done, and then all you do is you put all of that content into one ebook, and you can do that using Canva. Again, there's a tutorial in your workbook on how you can do that in Canva in under 10 minutes. All of this stuff is free. So the concern about not having any money to start, there's a tutorial that I already showed you about how you can make a free blog or a website to post that content on to get people to come on. Then you offer that free resource. It's free to make on Canva in under 10 minutes. All of that stuff is in your workbook. I hope you're starting to see how all of this is going to connect. The third thing you can offer up to sell is a service. So when I say service, you can do coaching or offer done for you products. For instance, let's just say people need to attract people to their business. So maybe you're good at making lead magnets. Maybe you're a whiz at Canva, kind of sort of like I am. I really love Canva, so I use it all the time. I've become quite proficient at it, right? I could, as a service, say, hey, if you guys are looking to make lead magnets, workbooks or ebooks or PDFs, I can make you one in Canva, and then I can charge people for that. It's a simple thing, but you can make money doing the knowledge that you have, right? All these things I've learned trying to be an entrepreneur, you can charge people for those. That would be a service that you offer. It's done for you, right? So if people have knowledge, they can talk to you about it. You can create them an ebook or a PDF or a worksheet, right? Because the one thing that people can't get back is time. They will pay you to save them time. Now, with all of this, action is the key ingredient. So how ready or how committed to your success are you? I've just given you 3 ideas that you can use for products. Again, those are online services. It can be a physical or an ebook, or it can be services, coaching, something like that, or done for you services. But I want you to choose 2 other ideas in your workbook. Write down those 2 things that you think you could do. For instance, if you feel like you can make an online course with the knowledge you have, then write that in the book. If you feel like you can make an ebook, then write that. Just come up with 2 ideas, and these are just ideas to get your creative juices flowing. Now I'm gonna break each one of these down very briefly. So one, we'll talk about ebooks. So even if you have a ton of ideas, I want you to just pick 2, because one of the biggest things that stop people from taking action is overwhelm, right? We have all these ideas. Like me, I'm a creative. I have a ton of ideas all the time, and sometimes it stops me dead in my tracks because I have so many ideas. I don't know which one to do first, right? So pick 2 ideas. This way you can narrow down your focus, and that's the biggest thing, is just getting focused in this entire process. Number 2, I wanted you to write 2 ideas for products. Now this means packaging up your knowledge into one of these platforms, and there are several platforms how you can create an online course. I cover this in the Online Biz from Scratch course, which I'm going to tell you about, but I cover that specifically. And then you just need to put it into a platform or some way that people can pay for it. Now, online courses are pretty common these days, and so are ebooks. If you're not really good at writing, again, those 4 pieces of content that you created in the first video, you can just turn those into an ebook. And every month, like I told you, to create content consistently, which was the 3rd step in the first video, you would just at the beginning of every month write down 4 topics, and you would just talk about those 4 topics in the 2 platforms that you've chosen, whether that's video or a blog, or you can do both. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed, because again, when you get overwhelmed, you don't take action. The 3rd thing, I want you to watch the tutorials. It's really literally minutes that you can learn how to do this stuff, and I've put the links in the workbook so that, you know, after we get done with the lesson, if you're like, okay, I want to do that but I don't know how, you can watch that tutorial. The link is in the workbook, and I've included some of my top tutorials that people love, that helps them get these things done very quickly. So as a recap, in video 1, this is how the business is being built, right? You have a hub, which is your website or your blog. You put content on there. You offer free resources. You're collecting email addresses, and you're finding these people in Facebook groups. You're finding these people on Quora, right? You just answer those questions on Quora, and in the online biz from scratch course, I actually break down specifically how you can leverage those people from Quora and what to do. After you creating that content, people are coming to your website or blog, and they're opting in for that free resources that you create. Then you're building an audience to sell to, and then you turn that knowledge into a product, which could be an ebook or an online course. And it's that simple. Attract, educate, sell. And the thing you're selling is not a product. You're selling a solution to a problem they have. Just keep that in mind. With everything you create, you're selling a solution. You're their guide to help them get to where they want to go. It's not about you. They don't care about your course. They don't care about your book. They care that they can solve their problem. And if you keep that in the top of mind, you'll make a lot of money, and also you'll attract a lot of people to whatever it is that you do.